Hey, good evening, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur, and of course, not only your podcast host, but also your podcast coach. Welcome to IFYL. If you're new here, do me a favor, grab that smartphone of yours and launch into that application. You know, the one I want you to go to. It's your camera phone. And just point over to that QR code like so. It's really easy to do. Touch the yellow lips. You'll get my link tree as easy as that. If you're not watching me, but you're listening only, then go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. Let's get right into the show. But before I do want to thank you for being here, whether you're here at 7 p.m. at night, 7 a.m. in the morning, 12 noon, 12 midnight, 3 a.m. and 3 p.m., potato, patata. I'm very grateful that you're choosing to make inspirations of your life a daily part of your day. We also have an amazing guest coming up, ladies and gentlemen, on Wednesday, a gentleman with a story from the military and how that led him to a change in life and much success on a farm. So we'll share that story a little bit later this week. But what do I do, ladies and gentlemen? Sure. I'm a podcast coach and specialist in helping businesses tell a story that leads to them growing, being more scalable, and profitable. I typically work with companies that bring in 10 million or more. They either have a story to tell or they want the story to be told. I also do work with inspiring new podcast hosts that would like to learn, and we have programs for them, as well as additional podcasts hosted them for a while, helping you build your brand, creating your show if it doesn't exist, and helping you get more subscribers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the thick of the show because I'm excited about this show. Our topic is none other than how connecting with animals supercharges your success. Series 2, which means the second year, show 42, episode number 2, ladies and gentlemen. I am so pumped that we are at this episode. I think you guys will be too. So when we think about animals, right, you might be asking yourself a very interesting question. And that is, how can an animal change my life? Have really a lot of gifts. So pets will decrease stress in our lives, okay? Through companionship, they can alleviate stress, and they can pave the way for a more calmer and serene life. Just being able to watch TV. Wellness. So pets decrease stress. Why, you might be asking me, John, hey, why do pets decrease stress? Why do you think? Why do pets decrease stress? Why? Well, interacting with animals has been shown to basically lower the levels of cortisol. It's a stress-related hormone, and it also lowers blood pressure. Other studies have found that animals can reduce loneliness, as we said before, and increase feelings of social support and boost your mood. But animals release anxiety. This is why they're used a lot of times in surgery centers. They're used in dentist office because they allow the person to, first of all, get distracted, number one, and their mood gets elevated. It gets changed. Now, you might say, John, how the heck does this happen from a puppy or from a pet? Well, pets just have this way because they give us a reason outside of ourselves to do things like get fresh air, to get active, but they give us a purpose that changes our life. So if you're still asking me, John, why do pets decrease stress? Is it petting? So we said animals, just having them around you, their friendly smile. Pets are great listeners. They offer unconditional love, and they won't criticize you no matter what you tell them, and can help your self-confidence, I'm sure you know. But the thing about a pet is that it's a two-way street, right? A pet is part of your family. In some cases, a lot of people consider pets their friends first, and then they become family. And so pets just have this very unique way. I mean, with their cute eyes, their snout, um, they reduce stress. Even watching fish swim in an aquarium will reduce stress. So you don't have to have a pet like one that you pet, like a dog or a cat, etc. But when you practice, as we said before, mindfulness, which we did in yesterday's show, I'm going to go back and check that out. I think it's our choice and decision to connect with the world outside us. Now, you might be saying, John, how the heck do you connect to the world outside you? Well, just being able to put your attention on something outside your body will distract you, but also will cause your emotions to change. So pets, they have a playful nature. They are there with their, cute smile. And sometimes they'll lick you or they'll kiss you, but dogs just or other pets, they just have a way of bringing us up. Now I remember this one pet. I was reading a story about this, and this one pet, if and this was put into a place that was trained, and then they gave it to somebody who had some difficulties in their lives because of things that happened in the war. Now, when the pet was first given to this person, because anger is what motivated this guy in the war. But then after the war, he got this pet. And so sometimes the person was in pain. So the pet would basically try to put his paw on work. Okay. Then the pet would basically put his face in the person's lap, hoping that would get them to be, distracted. And if that didn't work, the pet would stand up and put his paws on the person's chest. Now, you might be saying, John, what does all this do? Well, pets can tell our mood. What do you mean, John? They can tell our mood. So pets can tell our mood a couple ways. One, through our facial expressions, and two, by the sound of our voice. So pets are more attuned when they hear that you are, let's say, not doing well. They're able to do things to get you to change your state. And it's like a miracle how they do this. So a pet is a pretty amazing creature. So pets also lower blood pressure. Okay, pets will help us lower blood pressure, contribute to better heart health. Okay, and there's something called pet therapy. Did you know that? People might ask me, John, what is pet therapy? Well, it's not the dog or the cat going to the vet. It's the pet helping you. Guided interaction between a person and a trained animal. The purpose of pet therapy is to help someone recover from or cope with a health problem or a mental disorder, like in the story that I described to you from the soldier that was in the war. Dogs and cats are most commonly used in pet therapy. You might be saying, hey, John, what's an example of pet therapy? Well, I thought you'd never ask me. Well, so there's therapy for kids with anxiety and canine therapy for childhood trauma. There's therapy animals, and just people love them. It might be a situation where maybe the child was being abused or something like that, or going through some type of cancer or any type of other health issue. And when the pet is around, it changes their mood. And we've said this before, we become what we think about most often. But when we change our thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going to blow your mind. We actually replace our cells in our body. Let me say this again. When we change our thoughts, we rebuild our cells in the body. So a thought is an mechanical event taking place in your nerve cells and produces a cascade of psychological changes. So we know that thought starts as electro chemical, and so that goes from one, and then basically from the charge, it takes the let's say a chemical to cause where the synapse is, so there can be that gap, and so where the connection, where there's that bridge, okay, it then will cause the connection to happen. So, you can have a chemical in one part, and there are thousands of receptors on every cell in your body. And so, thoughts change our receptors. Every minute, every day, your body is physically reacting and changing in response to the thoughts that run through your mind. So, thoughts sculpt your brain. People consciously practice gratitude, they get a surge of rewarding neurotransmitters like dopamine and experience a general alerting and brightening of the mind. And actually related to a neurochemical, norepinephrine. In one study, college students deeply in love were shown pictures of their sweethearts, and their brains became more active in the certain part of the nucleus, a reward center giving them that in love swoon. When they stopped looking at the pictures, their reward centers went back to sleep. So I think realizing that our brains and our thoughts affect them. So pets can affect us. But I think the part that's really remarkable about pets is that they know when we need help. They know. They can see it. They can hear it. Because they're designed to help us, especially with a therapy type pet, the pet will do everything he or she can to get you to feel better by distracting you. I think that's amazing in how that's just something that they can do so incredibly. So pets will increase physiological well-being. Okay? So we talk about the wellness, the connection, the touch of your hand to their paw or to their fur, right? And one thing I want to share with you, so I might have shared this story with you before. When you pet a dog, especially when you get to know the dog, and you start petting the dog, and then, maybe you take your hand away because you got to do something else. Well, a lot of times, if that dog likes you, that dog is just going to take his snout literally under your arm, and he's just going to lift it off the chair and back onto him or her and keep petting. In fact, the dog will even get so creative to sometimes they'll even jump up on you like that. And you're like, and the dog is just trying to get you, hey, I'm here, I want you to pet me. So pets are pretty remarkable, and they're really a great gift from our Creator, okay? A lot of people don't realize that pets can help us. So they can elevate our mood, they can provide relaxation to humans, and they can be a perfect companion to hang around. They've even been proven to be helpful in treating people, like we said, with anxiety. They've been used in places like dentist offices or surgeon centers. Did you know that? So pets are used in medical centers for patients. They call them therapeutic visitations, in which owners take their personal pets to visit healthcare facilities, and many hospitalized patients miss the pets they left at home. A visit from a pet can motivate them to get better so they can return home to their own fur-loved animals. So animal-assisted therapy, also known as pet therapy, again, uses dogs and other animals, including horses, to help people as they recover from physical and mental conditions. I mean, just that smile on that pet is just, it's so precious. But did you know they use dogs in the dentist office? Did you know that? There's been a growing trend of dogs accompanying their owners to various places, including the workplace. And the trend has also extended to dental offices, where therapy dogs have become an integral part to creating a calm and relaxing environment for patients. I think there's a couple things that dogs do. First of all, they put us in a great mood. And you know what else they do? They distract us. So maybe it's a medical procedure and the dog distracts us. They're pretty intelligent. And you can connect with a pet right away. And the thing I like with a pet is that a pet can tell whether you're a good person or not. They're able to sniff you out and just tell. So we got a lot more to share when we come back with another show tomorrow, which is how connecting with animals supercharges your success. All right, guys, it has been great being with you. Definitely scan the QR code. My new article will be coming out soon. I'm not going to share the title with you yet. And I just want to leave you with what I do, ladies and gentlemen. So I am a podcast coach and specialist in helping businesses tell a story that leads to them growing, being more scalable and profitable. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know that IFYL has now opened the floor up for advertisers. So if you have a product or a brand you would like to get in front of my audience, reach out to us. We have pre-roll, we have mid-roll, we have end-roll, and we even have host-read advertising. And it's a great way. I want to let you know now, and I'm so very grateful for this, but IFYL now, okay, has hit over 28,000 downloads. Wow, that's really worth it. And we're on a mission. We're on a mission. 30 will be soon. We'll be on a mission to hit 50, and then 100,000. We want to keep growing this. And so this is a great place because I'm so passionate about creating content that's purposeful and going to change your life. I had a gentleman today. I was actually at church volunteering, and this guy came up to me, and he saw my hat, and he's like, I love your attitude, and can I follow you? And I'm like, yeah, just go to believemeachieve.com. You can follow all my great content. There aren't a lot of people out there in this world, ladies and gentlemen, that want to make this world better. Now, they do it because they want to make money and stuff like that. I get it. Now, I do it. My initial reason of doing it is because I'm passionate about becoming a better version of myself and helping others become better versions of themselves. Do I make money in the process? Sure. But I don't consider it work. I love doing this. And if you have an idea for a podcast and you need my team to create video trailers in or out, you want us to help build your brand, you want us to help you get a great audience, you want us to help put a newsletter together for you, we're going to create content and get you on the map in a way that's authentic. We're not going to do what a lot of these people do overseas where they say, oh, I'm going to get you $5,000, $10,000, but they're not authentic. We get you authentic people that are going to resonate with you and your brand or your company's brand. So reach out to me. I'm also a member of the International Press Association, have written close to 400,000 words. And it's such a privilege and such a pleasure to be with you here on the Inspirations for Your Life show. And I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow. So have yourself a wonderful evening. And remember, when you have a challenge in your life, sometimes the best thing to do might be to find a pet, confide in him or her, and maybe pet them and see how much your life will change. I'll see you guys soon.